Are we keeping it simple or what? It's your boy Crypto Millie back with another one. I think I said this in the last video. You can really focus on the top 100 coins, just understanding how liquidity rotation works in crypto. So I've been in crypto for 3-4 years. If you're new to crypto, my name is Crypto Millie. And what happens is when you see Bitcoin pump, there's historically a rotation into ETH, then a rotation into altcoins, specifically top 100 coins, specifically the ones listed on central exchanges. And then we start talking about mid caps, micro caps, memes, whatever you want to categorize. Right now, if retail truly returns to crypto, in my opinion, your focus should be somewhere between those top 100 coins and really building you a foundation of your portfolio. That way, when there is a liquidity rotation, all right, you'll have liquidity to either funnel those profits into lower cap altcoins, or you'll be fully prepared because you have your watch list already get ready together to get into those lower cap altcoins. So just keep that into perspective. I know everybody wants to be a DJ and everybody wants to like run into the casino, and I'm not bagging a casino, saying anything wrong with the casino. I'm just explaining how liquidity rotations work in crypto. Now, we've been getting mixed signals of what's going on with China and the deal between the USA, but I think the market for the most part has already priced in this deal, right? I want to talk about inflation, right? Because we did have a little bit of inflation decreasing, right? But many would say that the tariffs could possibly bring back inflation, right? So I want to talk about some of the critical warnings and signs and why you starting to see a little bit of weakness in the market. Now, before I actually talk about these warning signs, I want to make it clear. I believe that this dip will get ate. We started moving, we started gaining some momentum there, and a lot of people felt like they missed that dip. And I think there's a lot of people on the sidelines right now that want to be a part of this next leg up. So I don't think anything is wrong with this correction. In fact, the stock market itself has been looking to have end today in some strength, right? We've seen the SPY here get back above this moving average, right? And it's crazy because we were talking about the ultimate RSI cross with Bitcoin. Here we had the retest of the median line. It looks like we're getting the retest of the median line. So just a little bit to scare people, because when you look at this chart, you're like, oh my goodness, is this going to be a double top? I just don't think we see the double top. Honestly, I don't, like I said, I'm not no TA expert, anything of that sort. But what I'm saying is, when I think about the momentum that the market is starting to gain and the execution that we're seeing from President Trump and how he's trying to get that liquidity to actually pump up the markets, I just don't see us topping up. Not yet, anyway, right? I do think we're a little bit closer to the end than we are to the beginning, but at the end of the day, my target for BTC has always been 120K, right? Somewhere between 120 and 130K. So hopefully this next leg up will be a little bit more violent to the upside, opposed to something like like this, where we get this double top here, you know what I mean? And everybody's like, okay, it's over with, right? That was the double top. So hopefully we don't get that, right? Hopefully we don't get that, and we see our RSI bounce off the medium support here to the upside here on the ultimate RSI, right? That's what we want. But the weakness in the market, right? The critical warning signs, right? So we gotta remember, we did get the GDP contraction, right? This is the first one in 3 years, which signals economic weaknesses. Remember, we had like a mini recession a couple years ago, right? I don't know why I said 3 years, but I think it was like a couple years ago. We still dealing with the trade war, right? Consumer confidence, this is a big one. This is when we do a lot of polls, a lot of people still are saying like, hey, it's kind of tight. I haven't been hearing that as of late, but what would you guys say? But spending is at an all-time low, savings is at an all-time low. A lot of things that we need to put that liquidity out there. But the wonderful thing about crypto is what? it's global, right? It's not depicted upon the US. Let's make that clear. Service inflation remains sticky despite good deflation. Fed caught between disinflation progress and the tariff threats, right? So this is some of the things that one would argue, right, that, hey, Millie, this stuff is already priced in, or hey, Millie, this isn't priced in, right? I've been seeing a 50-50 split between crypto people on crypto Twitter. Some people believe that we'll get rejected and that the next leg down is about to start. Some people believe that we're about to explode and rage into this altcoin season. So we got kind of like a mixed signals there. Wouldn't look too much into the fear and greed index because retail clearly isn't here, so I wouldn't look too much into that. But just to crypto is about taking risk, right? It definitely is about taking risk, but it's also about understanding, right? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Just having an understanding on how things work and understanding of what type of investor you're going to be in cryptocurrency. Salute to my boy ALTCOIN. We had a wonderful conversation about that, right? And like everybody's style is different. Some people can sit at the screen 12 to 14 hours and kind of like make money off short-term plays or day trading or playing on in the pump fund casino. Others, they're too busy, right? They with family, they got work, they have careers, right? So you can't micromanage your portfolio trying to day trade. You're just doing too much. So I would argue that hodling isn't dead, right? Having diamond hands isn't dead, right? It's about developing a strategy and understanding what type of investor that you are. And I do believe that people who are hodling coins will eventually become rewarded, right? That's just how the market works, right? Things go up, things go down. We have bear markets, we have bull markets. So it's important to have patience, not follow the herd. Like, try some things out, maybe experiment in a responsible way, but use that experience to kind of like understand what type of investor you're going to be. And you don't have to be a DJ, and you don't have to chase the casino. And for the people that are watching this and they're like, well, Millie, I'm full-time trading, right? You don't have to hodl. There's opportunities every day in cryptocurrency. There is, right? So just keep that in mind. Find who you are. We'll continue to monitor ETH. We also talked about the Bitcoin dominance and how it was starting to show weakness as well. But I think this correction is good, right? Because you can see the Bitcoin dominance here starting to show this weakness. And then, guys, this is the beginning of the week, right? People would argue with it. Look at the wick candles. It's the beginning of the week. Let's see how the week plays out, right? And for the people that was complaining that they missed out on a pump, hey, the market is definitely showing strength, right? And I know everybody wants the Millie, what's the altcoins to look at? It's the same altcoins that I've been following for months, and in some cases year, right? The Taos, the Hederas, Sui has a lot of marketing about it. Jasmy, right? I like DAG, DHD, ticker DHD, Constellation, US-based cryptocurrency. Some cryptocurrencies in the crypto reserve, right? The AI narrative, the RWA narrative. Like, just keep it simple, right? You want to be a little bit degen, you got the decentralized science narrative. I like Pythia, I like AXGT, Axon, DAO. Nothing has changed. Right, I'm currently really invested into the Tau ecosystem, BitTensor, and I do my degen stuff with the subnets because I can enjoy life, and I don't gotta continue to look at the chart because I can hold my subnets and feel comfortable sleeping at night. You can't do that shit with the soul meme coins unless you gotta find a really good one. There's some you can do it. I want to be fair. There's some you can do it. All right, so I don't want to ramble. But I just wanted to come talk to you guys, right? I do a live stream. Thought about doing a live stream. I was like, let me knock out a video real quick. Nothing to be concerned. Nothing to be concerned. I'm not. This is not the time to. Oh my God, it's red again. Flip it. No. Guys, give it a chance. Let's see if this move can be sustainable. And if it is sustainable, big things will happen. Big moves will happen. Big opportunities will happen. Anyways, let me know what you think about the market. Remember, the market is going to try to price in 3 rate cuts. Don't look like we will get one in June or July. Looks like things have changed for June and July. I don't know. We might sneak one in July. If so, I think the market is pricing like 3 or 4 rate cuts. It hasn't priced, but may price 3 or 4 rate cuts. So we may get one nice leg up, and even in altcoin season. Guys, let me know if you think it will happen. TVL continues to rise. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.